Fox and Friends first co-host Rob Schmidt is here with a look at this high-profile case that it's really hard to find a lot of coverage about.
That's right. I see. Yeah, and Pete is reading while reading the prompter. Yeah.
Favorite newspaper. I don't see it in here.
You don't, oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about that a little bit here. Get to the facts, though. It's been 36 years since a U.S. senator faced bribery charges. Senator Bob Menendez, a Democrat from New Jersey, is accused of corruption and taking bribes from a Florida doctor. Prosecutors say Dr. Solomon Melgen donated $750,000 to Menendez re-election PACs and sent the senator on extravagant vacations to the Caribbean, to Paris. In exchange, Menendez allegedly pressured the Department of Health and Human Services to drop its claim that Dr. Melgen had illegally overbilled Medicare for about $9 million. Well, Dr. Melgen has already been convicted of Medicare fraud, and it's the senator's turn to now face the music. It starts today. Menendez's attorneys say their client was just helping out a friend. Prosecutors say it's a clear case of corruption, though, and that the favors closely coincided with the money. The trial will be held in Newark, New Jersey. It could last about 2 months, maybe 6 to 8 weeks. If convicted, Menendez would have to resign or be expelled by the Senate by January of next year for him to be replaced by New Jersey's current Republican Governor, Chris Christie. Now, Christie appointing a Republican would be huge for hopes of repealing and replacing Obamacare, which recently, of course, has failed by 1 vote. But that does seem highly unlikely at this time, as Menendez could just not resign, even if convicted. And the Supreme Court recently made it harder to convict a politician of corruption as well, so he may not even be convicted after recently overturning the conviction of a Republican governor from Virginia in the last couple of years. The Democratic nominee for New Jersey Governor, Phil Murphy, is leading big in the polls. The election is just 2 months away, so if Murphy wins, if the Democrat wins, and Menendez doesn't resign or get kicked out by January, he would likely be replaced by another Democrat. I know it's a lot to follow here, but yeah, there's a lot of what ifs, and that's the way it is. But the point is, he's on trial, right, and whether or not he gets convicted, you know, it doesn't look like there's much of a chance of Christie appointing the next senator.
Also, he's a Democrat, and that has been lightly covered by...
And that's what you guys were talking about. I heard the story from yesterday. I think that the Times went 1,200 words without mentioning he's a Democrat.
But then they took so much heat online, they put it in the 4th paragraph.
Right. Do you think if it's the first day of a trial of a prominent Republican senator, it might make it into the paper, or maybe...
It would be the only story on the front page.
Right here. All the news that fits print, unless it's the Democratic side.
I do think that there's a general consensus, though, I've always felt, that with corruption, I mean, there's dirty politicians on both sides of the aisle.
Absolutely.
So